Why were all the other bridesmaids laughing when I walked down the aisle in the dress the bride specially picked for me? So I'm standing at the end of the aisle wearing what I thought was this gorgeous lilac bridesmaid dress that my cousin Rachel had specially chosen for me. I felt so honored because she kept going on about how this particular shade would look amazing with my skin tone. The other 4 bridesmaids were already up there in their matching navy blue dresses, looking absolutely stunning. But when I started walking, I heard giggles from the pews, not the good kind. At first I thought maybe my heel was squeaking or something embarrassing like that, but then I saw the bridesmaids trying to hide their smirks behind their bouquets. Even worse, I could hear Rachel's mom whispering something to the aunt next to her. My stomach started dropping because something was clearly wrong, but I had no choice but to keep walking. The photographer was snapping away, capturing every awkward second. When I finally reached the altar, one of the other bridesmaids, Emma, leaned over and whispered, "Girl, I tried to warn you." That's when my heart really started racing. I looked down at my dress and it looked fine to me. Same style as theirs, just different color, but everyone kept staring and some people were pulling out their phones. After the ceremony, I cornered Emma in the bathroom. She looked super uncomfortable but finally spilled everything. Turns out Rachel had been planning this for months. See, I'd been dating this guy Tyler, who Rachel had a massive crush on back in high school. Even though that was like 5 years ago and he barely remembered her, she was still bitter about it. Emma showed me a group chat on her phone that I obviously wasn't in. Rachel had sent pictures of both dress options to the other bridesmaids weeks ago. The navy blue one that everyone else got, and then this lilac one that she specifically chose for me. But here's the kicker. She knew the lilac was the exact same color as the curtains in the church. I looked like a walking piece of furniture. In every single photo, I completely blended into the background drapes. You could barely see me except for my head floating there like some weird ghost. Rachel had literally made me invisible in her wedding photos on purpose. But Emma wasn't done. She told me Rachel had also instructed the photographer to take extra shots of me against those curtains. She wanted to make sure I looked as ridiculous as possible. The whole thing was this elaborate revenge plot because Tyler chose me over her half a decade ago. I was furious, but tried to keep it together for the reception. But during her maid of honor speech, Rachel made this comment about how some people just blend into the background while others shine. She looked right at me when she said it. The whole room laughed because they thought it was some inside joke. That's when I decided she wanted to play games, so let's play. I knew Rachel's biggest secret. She'd been lying to her husband about her student loans. She told him she had like 10,000 in debt, but it was actually closer to 60,000. I'd seen the paperwork when I helped her move last year. During the bouquet toss, I made my move. I got super close to Tyler and started talking loud enough for people to hear. I mentioned how Rachel used to write his name all over her notebooks, and how she begged me for his number after graduation. Her new husband overheard and started asking questions. Then during the garter toss, I somehow ended up catching the bouquet at the same time Rachel's husband caught the garter. When they were doing that weird tradition where the guy puts the garter on your leg, I made sure to mention how Rachel always said she'd marry Tyler someday. Her husband's face went completely white, but the real revenge came later. Rachel's cousin posted all the wedding photos on Facebook that night. I commented on every single photo, pointing out how I looked like a floating head because I matched the curtains so perfectly. I tagged all our mutual friends and family. Soon everyone was commenting and sharing it like it was the funniest thing ever.